All right, I'm here. I was fixing the chat. How are you guys? My name is Miladies, here providing you with beautiful messages from Source as I connect with them. It is July already. Your self-care calendar is on Buy Me a Coffee. You can go down and the chat works so I can talk to y'all. Let me see. Look, watch. I love y'all. I love. Last week the chat wasn't working. Tell me if y'all can see that. We getting together with everything. So it is July. July snuck in on us, right? As I was saying earlier, grab your July self-care calendar. It's free on Buy Me a Coffee. It's a calendar where I every day I have a little advice for you to take care of yourself and put yourself first. And it's some of them may seem silly, like, oh, why would I be doing this? But it's really to connect with yourself, and that really allows your soul, your higher self, to know that you still care about yourself. So that's what I'm here for, to remind you to care about you, because I have to remind myself to care about me. It's been a rough week. Last week, if you haven't checked it out, it's the energy is always still in effect. For us, we're always going to be a week ahead just because Grand Rising. We're always going to be a week ahead because I like to prepare you guys. That's the whole reason. Like, we are a week ahead just to prepare ourselves. So last week, a lot of people were expressing to me being in an emotional bubble, which is going to continue to happen this week. This week is, I want to say, like, isolation time. Like, we're going to be isolating ourselves because there's so much going on. Cancer does that. Cancer, if you think about the crab hides in its shell. So that's how we're going to be feeling, very sensitive. We're going to be reminiscing a lot on our childhood traumas and just bringing up old things that is blocking us from receiving at this current time. There's a lot of things that we have to let go of. And I express that healing takes a long time. I wouldn't say the healing takes a lifetime. And digging deep into those first 10 years of your life is very crucial. And whether we want to or not, the planets are like shifting its way to have us purge that out. We're going to be having now Chiron, which is like an asteroid, not necessarily a planet, but they defined it, I believe, in the 1970s. So I think so. And when they found it, they called it the wounded healer, but he's also seen as a hero. And so you guys can go look up his story. And so with Chiron, it talks about the area in our life where we feel the most pain, right? And when you look in your astrology chart, you can focus on where Chiron is at. You can kind of see where your wounds come from, and especially what house it sits in or what zodiac. So with that being said, Chiron is also going retrograde. So now we have like 4 planets and 1 asteroid going retrograde. So this is why we're all feeling like we want to go within. That's the same thing that the planets are doing. They're not necessarily moving forward at a fast pace. If you're feeling like you need to rush and do something, go right ahead. But, read the fine lines. There's a lot of things that are happening within us that's shifting our perspective outside of us. So take your time with that, right? We're not in competition with anybody. I mean, if you are in competition, go right ahead and do the best that you can, because you have the energy for that, right? We have Mars and Leo, so that competition energy is there right now. So go ahead and take that, but have healthy competitions, yes? Not one that you're gonna feel bad about later, or like I would say, hurt somebody else's feeling. Like, we gotta care about other people's feelings too, right? In a sense of like, not necessarily now you're taking on their baggages, but you're, being compassionate to others so that you can receive that compassion yourself. If you're in competition and shit like that. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. I don't celebrate it, but however, enjoy yourself, allow yourself to relax. Next week is really again about going within. going within yourself and allowing yourself to sit with those emotions. Then they may be hard, they may be dark. Go right ahead and find a therapist. I know that's what I did yesterday. Find somebody to talk to. There's a lot of free services at this current time that's available for people, even if you don't have an insurance, right? There's services, free services out there. There's 12-step programs, not necessarily for alcohol, but for other things. So go ahead and reach out to somebody so you can pour out those feelings, especially if they don't know you and that's their job. Go over there, go talk to somebody. That would really help you out and release. I know it definitely helped me out yesterday. So with that being said, we have the new moon in Cancer coming up, and I'll have a separate video for that over on Buy Me a Coffee. But what that energy is bringing is, once again, that self-nurturing stage where, are we truly taking care of ourselves? Are we truly digging deep within ourselves and saying, I love you? Are you taking yourself to the dentist? Are you taking yourself to the doctor? And yes, it may be external work, but remember that our organs are inside, and when we take care of our organs, we feel better, right? So it's just really tuning into yourself. This season is about tapping into yourself, to the nitty gritty, to your nail bed or bed nail, whatever you want to say. Just really tapping into yourself externally and internally. What does it feel like to really tap into yourself? And that's what this season is all about. Cancer, they're very nurturing. They do like to go out and things like that, but at the same time, they really take care of you in a sense of knowing that, this is the proper thing to do. Even if sometimes they don't want to do it, they still have a bigger heart to just say, you know what, you may have an attitude, but they still help out. So, with that being said, take care of yourself. You come first, right? I was doing a lot, and I had to pull back and take care of myself because I was missing out a lot of my healing process. And I'm just like, I'm helping people to heal, but come back to self. Always come back to self. When you're learning things, come back to self. Integrate things. Allow yourself to be in a space of receiving information, taking time out to integrate it. It's super cool to know so much, but if we're not putting it into practice and walking the walk, then what are we doing to ourselves? And I speak to you and I speak to me. So with that being said, the moon is going to be on Friday. The new moon is going to be on Friday. So we are going to feel a little bit lonely. It's going to feel like, we're quarantining ourselves. And again, that's okay, because that's when you truly get to know what's your emotions and what's your feelings around you and whose feelings is other people. Like, for example, when I'm around certain people, I start getting anxiety, but I wasn't in an anxiety mode. So why am I? So when I feel that, I'm like, okay, that's not mine. Let me do some energy work real quick to block that, because that anxiety is not mine. So it's really learning how to tune into yourself when this next week comes along. Watch out for people. Is reflection. I put reflection and projection. There's going to be a lot of that. Like, you're going to be meeting, if you haven't been out for a while. Grand Rising. Yes, how are you? If you haven't been out for a while and you haven't been around people, when you come around people, there's going to be a lot of reflecting. And there might be, when I say projection, it's more of like people are going to be blaming other people for their pain without really tapping into really seeing the whole picture of what was done for each party. So do your best that if somebody comes back and wants to dispute something with you, or you feel like you're about to get into an argument, pull back, right? Let's learn to pull back before we start really feeling like that person is truly talking to us. Because there's a projection is when people sit out there and tell you things that's truly about them, but they want to, put that on you, put that heaviness on you. You this, you that, you this, you that, and you start looking at yourself and you just like, that's not me. So it's really going to be hard to really say to yourself, to not take it in and feel like they're talking about you, but really listen to yourself. If those words or actions are not truly you, do not internalize it. And so that's the test next week. Not internalizing what other people are doing or saying, because it's not about you. Everybody's going through some shit, and people just want to not sit with their feelings, right? And when you don't sit with your feelings, it tends to be in a space of doing that, going into other people's lives and caring about what they're going through and getting caught up in their shit without sitting in your own. So with that being said, let's pull out a card. I'm pulling out the In-Between Tarot because we're in between shit. The In-Between Tarot will give us an idea of what's happening, where we at now, and what stage we're going towards, so that we can be able to really understand what's happening next week. All right. So the cool thing about these cards is that there's two stages. There's what the card is, and then what is coming forward. So, and this is for July 5th to July 11th. Thank you, angels and archangels. We have Aries. Oh, let's do it like this. All right, Aries, you have the Death card. And then you have, from the Death card, is turning into the Temperance. So for next week, whatever you have been going through, you've been able to remove a lot. When I say a lot, right, because the Death card is really like an ending, right? So whatever emotional, right, because it's surrounded by water, whatever emotional aspect in your life you've been going through, whether it's a good one or a bad one, right? It all depends on what you're going through in your life. You've been able to surpass all of those emotions. If you feel like, what the hell is going on? What's been happening? You made it. You made it. Next week, go ahead and reach out to someone, right? Because this angel right here is asking for you to reach out to someone to assist you in anything that you want to accomplish. Like, pick one goal next week. This is what it's telling me. Pick one goal, right? Everything is one, to be able to receive assistance from people so that you can get to your next step. So pick one goal next week, Aries, to get to your next step. The Death card turning into the Temperance is really whatever you've been going through. The waters are now calm. Pick one intention next week. And when you pick that one intention next week, it's going to get you to your next stage. But it's more of like focusing on one thing next week, right? Your emotions are going to be clear. Everything is going to be clear for you next week because you did what you had to do. And for those of you who's like, oh, that's not me, right? Sun, moon, or rising. If you haven't already been shifting Aries through your bullshit, you're going to be doing that with ease next week. So give yourself time next week to go through whatever it is that you're going through, whether if it's through your finances. Check out your finances. Make sure that everything is good. If it's not, reach out to somebody. If it's about your love life, if you're in a relationship, you go right ahead and get with your partner. Do something nice with each other. If you're single, do something nice for yourself. Cater to yourself at this current time, but pick one area of your life. All right. Taurus, you have the Queen of Coins right now. If any of you are in the space of wanting to have kids, that energy could be coming along next week. If you have a kid already and you're figuring out how things are going to work out, are you going to be able to make ends meet? This is telling us yes, right? All these coins are lit. So again, this talks about assistance. So if some of you Tauruses need a babysitter, go right ahead and look for someone. There could be somebody out there to assist you. If you have a project in mind, Taurus, this is also talking about going ahead and spending some of your money or investing in your project so that you can be able to bring things into fruition. You have the right away right now to go ahead and jump into whatever project you want. But go ahead and call assistance. Like I said before, this week is about calling in an assistant, somebody to assist us to accomplish some type of goal. So and the card is in an upright position, so there will be people ready to assist you. And then you have this gold coin on the top. So whatever idea it is that you have going on, Taurus, is really going to be manifesting. Look at the coins come from all the way back there. So if you're seeking funds for something, that's happening for you. Next week, there's lots of abundance happening for you. And that self-worth, you've been taking care. Some of you guys have been taking care of your inner child. And so taking care of your inner child and healing is giving you that confidence so that you can move forward in whatever it is that you want to do. So that's your energy, Taurus. I'm doing it like this so, I can stay on topic. Who's this? Gemini. Gemini, you got the Lover's card, but then it turns into the Chariot. This Lover's card, it really does talk to me, definitely some secrets. And then you see the Cancer there. So there is some secrets happening for some of you Geminis. You may be doing some stuff that you don't want other people to know. I mean, that's the first message that I get. Others of you may be in a space of doing rituals. Okay, do your thing. When it comes to the Lover's card here, I do feel a sense of separation just because this box is right here. So at this current time, if you're in a relationship, each and every person in the relationship is nurturing themselves next week. So there might be a sense of disconnect, right? When it comes to partnerships, I'm hearing for business, this could also talk about really sitting back, right, with this child in the middle and bringing in that love and compassion into the business, bringing in, I feel like that's what's missing for some of you guys, that love and compassion in the business. So bringing in that inner child, some fun into your business so that it can flourish a bit for the summer, for some of you Geminis. For others of you, there could be, again, I feel like secrets from a lover's side. So there's some hidden, could be some, I'm hearing hidden agendas. So I don't know who you guys are dating. I don't know, I don't know about your love life. Well, I do feel like there's some type of secrets happening there. With this fire here, under the Cancer, if some of you Geminis have not been nurturing yourself, something is gonna trigger you. Something's gonna trigger your emotions that's gonna remind you to take care of yourself. And this could be, again, how it happens, good or bad in your life. Cancer, lemon on lime is right on time. Hey, everybody got their cards up. We lit this week because we ain't playing no games. We really nurturing ourselves and taking care of ourselves. Cancer, if you felt like you didn't have time for something, this is telling you that you do have time. You just have to sit with yourself at this current time and forget about time. So Cancer, with the infinity at the top, is whatever it is that you're doing at this current time is really allowing you to connect the dots. If you've been taking care of your health, it does talk about you. You may be also taking care. All right, so okay, y'all giving me 2 messages. Give me 1 second. Let me breathe. Because Cancer got a lot of messages right now. The first message that I'm getting is about health. So Cancers, if you're taking care of your health at this current time, everything is working out for you. You don't have to worry about anything. You have the Ace of Coins, so this new beginning is happening for you. If others of you have been waiting for something, it's coming in next week. Whatever you've been waiting for is coming in next week. And it's going to be fruitful because this infinity is what we say a sign of abundance, right? So it being a sign of abundance, your abundance is coming in if you've been wondering. When it comes to the Two of Coins, this is really connecting to one thing and then multiplying it. So taking care of yourself, multiplying it into a relationship, knowing that you've taken care of yourself first, and then now you can get into a partnership. So that those thoughts may be coming in for you next week. For others of you, if you've been working by yourself, you're thinking about how can you split the project, right? Knowing that yes, you created, some of you, yes, you created the project, but now it's time for you to share it. It's either sharing it with the world or sharing it with somebody else to assist you to share it with the world. It's a lot of messages for y'all. The main important thing here is to connect with your heart, right? Because what I'm seeing here in the middle, connect with your heart. I do feel like some of you guys are in a rush. That's probably why I'm... Some of you guys are in a rush. Calm down. Breathe. And know that everything is happening in divine timing. All right? But next week, I do see some of you guys being in a rush, taking care of your health, just feeling like either you're running out of time, something's taking too long. Relax. Focus on you. It's time to focus on you. But either ways, things are happening and moving forward for you. Leo, you got this in reverse. Ooh, the wheel turning into the justice. So I'm going to show in the upright position, but it is in reverse. You see that person right there? That's a person in that sword. So here in reverse, what I'm getting is a little bit of turbulence happening within Leo. Your season is coming up soon, not yet, but it's coming up. And so I do feel like your emotions are being stirred up at this current time. This could be stirred up by conversations, right, with the sword there. This could be through your own thoughts. Your thoughts may be troubling you at this current time. You may not be seeing... Oh, look, don't be dropping my cards. You may not be seeing a clear picture at this current time. Where is my path going? What am I doing? Where is the balance? Last week you were doing good. Last week you were on point. Yes, you may feel like this turbulence that's happening within you is causing friction, but do remember that every day is a new day, and as these emotions start coming up with what's shifting in the planet and with Cancer season really tapping into nurturing ourselves, this week is another week for you to tap into your emotions. Don't rush into doing anything at this current time. What is happening with these emotions that's coming in next week is to bring you into balance. Bringing you into balance, into where you truly want to go. Some of you guys may be wanting to do a lot, and Spirit is just like, all right, let's bring you back to square one, to what you truly want. Where are your thoughts at? Let's align our thoughts together. And, you have the assistance here. With the Justice card, if you guys may be feeling like I'm maybe going into court, you may be thinking about court. Some of you guys, not sure why. You may be in court at this current time for a court case, and that could be stirring you up. Well, that's what I got for you guys. If you do have a Libra in your life, they could be of good service at this current time. And then the wheel is the axis 10. So whatever's happening, stirring up within you at this current time, it's at its end, in a sense of like the cycle is completing itself. And that could be why, that wrap up is happening inside. When things are ending or beginning, it gets rocky. Don't forget to like the video. Virgo. Okay, Virgo. It's going to be quite emotional next week for you. The 7 of Swords came out, turning into the 8 of Swords. So, and it's in an upright position. So this right here to me talks about your emotions and how you are handling it. There may be some dark stuff coming up, right? some past emotions coming up for you next week, Virgo. And as these dark emotions come up, you may be wanting to charge at people who have caused this pain. So this does talk about, like, if you see this, charging at people at this current time for this week may not be in your favor, because it feels like you're losing your power here. So next week, when it comes to your emotions, Virgo, if it gets to a space where you need to be charging at someone, or if you feel that you need to be expressing yourself, tune into yourself first and allow yourself to have a pre-conversation. And I know for a fact that we have pre-conversations and they do not go the way that we wanted to go, right? Because the other person wasn't there. Duh. However, focus on your reaction, right? If you feel that certain parts of your life was caused by someone else, focus on your reaction. You did. Be like, all right, we fix that. You did fix that. Like, like fix what your reaction is going to be, so that you can be more in a space of, responding from an honorable space. Things happen to us. Nobody's gonna like this. Things happen to us because we allow that door to open up and say, hey, I want to learn this lesson. No, we don't say, hey, I want this person to curse at me. No, I want this person to verbally abuse me. No, we don't say any of those things. However, our childhood stir up a lot of shit for us that we don't remember. And so when these things come up, we are in a space of this, right, Virgo, in a space of projecting. And so for next week, tune into your thoughts. Cater to your thoughts, tune into your emotions and your thoughts next week. So when you do have these conversations, because they will come, it would allow you to come from a space of authenticity, work on your throat chakra. But I do feel yourself being stronger next week and ready to charge forward. Some of you guys may not have had the chance to speak up the way you wanted to, and so now you just like, what up? And it's just like, chill. You've worked so hard to get to this space. Do not lose your power. All right. Let me know how y'all doing. It's raining out here in New York. This is the third day that is raining. Libra, the Three of Cups. And with the Three of... Oh, Libra got two cards. Oh, it snuck up on it. And with a sword. Okay, let's see what's this. Hold up. So Libra, you got the Queen of Swords and the Three of Cups. Some of you guys may be in a relationship that is all about the intimacy, and it's pretty much it. Some of you guys may be in a relationship where a kid's coming through, right? This kid looks real magical, right? This water is really enlightened. Some of you Libras may also, I'm getting, if you have a kid, your kid may be wanting a little bit more of attention. There is gold here. That's gold? That's not gold. That's flowers. Oh, flowers. It would look like gold. With the Three of Cups. With the Three of Cups, the cups are full of flowers. So there's a connection here, a love connection happening with some of you Libras, with a past lover, right? I'm getting maybe a childhood lover. That's the first message. The second message is others of you may be in a relationship that's just about intimacy and there's really no connection. The third message, with this Queen of Swords turning into the Knight of Swords, and with this blue right here, I'm thinking also your throat chakra is in effect at this current time. And then your throat chakra is really wanting to speak out about what's happening in this relationship, how you want to be nurtured. But you may be coming in an aggressive way, right? Man, woman, it don't matter. So be careful of embarrassment. I'm not saying that what am I saying? Be careful of embarrassment. Yeah, well, I guess I am saying that, right? Some of you guys may be in a space of getting into a dispute with someone and get embarrassed outside. So then you get really defensive and it gets ugly. So that may be happening for you. This could be in a relationship. This could be you going outside, right? And then just feeling that you need to defend yourself next week. So some of you guys are in a space of nurturing. Others of you are in a space of defense. So the advice here is to, right, you Libra, balance your thoughts and balance your emotions right now. And if you're in a space of not truly knowing where to go, sit still, relax, lay down, and chill. Don't have no conversations with anybody. Don't just really tune into yourself if you can next week, because it really is going to get intense for you, Libra. I really do feel that, especially you sneaking a card up in here. It makes sense. Balance. Take a vacation if you are allowed to take a vacation, and a vacation could just be 30 minutes you away from everybody. So don't think that you have to really go so far. You just got to get away from people. Scorpio with the 6 of Cups. Ooh, this is emotions I'm getting here. There's some of you guys may be balancing emotions, and others of you may not be. You see this right here? So this is hiding. So there's some Scorpios that are hiding their relationships. But these are people over here. And when you see these people here, it really talks about, look at the emotions, right? The shadow of it. So some of you guys may be in a toxic relationship, and that is coming up next week to speak about it. Others of you are balanced out with your emotions when it comes to your inner child. You and your significant other are in a space of connecting through your inner child, so that relationship could be blossoming into a deeper emotional aspect, right? Because these kids are far away from these people, right? And so the water is here. So this part reminds me of someone who may be in a relationship catering to the inner child, and you guys are both connecting deeper. Others of you, Scorpios, are connecting with your own inner child to take care of yourself so that you can be able to release some of this emotional baggage that no longer serves you, so that you can be in a relationship. Or, bringing that self-worth of being in a relationship. It really does talk about emotions and relationships for me, for you Scorpios this week coming up. There will be some type of, again, some shadows coming up for you guys. So be in a space of, if you need to cater to yourself, be away. If you need to cry. It's really going to help you out to release some of that emotion. All right. Who's this? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the 4 of Swords. Some of you guys next week may feel betrayed. You may feel like they don't have your back, Sagittarius. Although this is a full moon, Sagittarius, what I am getting is Grand Rising, my dear. How are you? When it comes to, so I feel like this energy for you is going to be lasting a little bit of the whole month. You just feel down and betrayed. The full moon may give you an idea of, the full moon at the end of the month may give you an idea of who might have put you in this space, in a sense of like somebody might have, you could have said something, Sag, and somebody might have told the other person that you spoke about them, and now you feel betrayed. So you're going through that emotion this week. For others of you, you found out that somebody was talking about you next week, and it's just like, wow, how can you do that? I thought you was a sister to me. So, but there is something being revealed next week for you, Sagittarius. And with the 4 of Swords, that does talk to me about you being in a mental, in a space of stability mentally next week, where when this comes up, and even though you're hurt, you're still in a space of being strong. So you can take either position, right? The one that betrayed or being betrayed. It is up to you. I don't know what's going on in your life. But the Five of Swords then brings us in a space of change. So whatever happened, it does bring you into a stable space, but then it also drives you to change. Whether it's changing your environment, changing your circle, changing your relationship, changing your finance. A boss could have told you that you were going to receive something, right? A bonus or a raise, and then it doesn't happen, so you feel some type of way. So that brings you into a mental stability, being stable on where you want to go and what you want to do. And if it's about relationship, that also puts you in a space of knowing what you want to do. All right, Sagittarius. I believe you guys can go back. I don't have the timestamp yet. All right. So next is Capricorn. I'm doing good, y'all. I think I'll do it like this. The King of Swords to the Page of Swords. What I get from the King of Swords to the Page of Swords, there's a yeah, we all getting used to this. Don't worry about it. So what I get from my Capricorns here with the King of Swords, you guys are really in a humble space, learning. So you may be visiting some of your elders next week. To my Capricorns, if you're not visiting your elders, you're really in a space again of learning. So humbling yourself down next week to learn. And with the swords is really, and you're in an intellectual space next week where you're going to be feeding your mind next week. And with the page is also is being the student and being the teacher. So that's the space where you're going to be next week, being both the student and the teacher, tapping into your emotions as well. But you're really going to be focused next week, right? These branches are empty. So these branches, Capricorn talks to me about new beginnings. So as you become the student and the teacher, new beginnings and opportunities are coming forth for you next week. Sitting down and having conversations with people in the most humblest way next week will bring a lot of hearing joy and gratitude to your services, what you're doing, and how you're stepping out into the world. Okay, Cap. All right, and we got Aquarius. That's funny. How I said we got Aquarius. Aquarius, look, you come out right here. So for me, you got the tower into the star. And this really, whatever you did this week that just passed has assisted you into shifting that and creating that breakthrough for yourself, right? These are people that in another card, they are in alignment and they're following somebody. Aquarius, yeah, you don't like to follow nobody. That would make sense. So once they break through this, which is the Tower card, whatever happened to you last week has brought you into that space and moment of saying to yourself, no more. Fuck that shit, right? And just allowing yourself to really integrate all that you've been learning and not letting what a lot of people would call pain to stop you, right? This is you surpassing what you've been through and really tapping into what you truly came to do in that love life, what you truly came to do in that relationship, in that job. Whatever your mission is, you're not following directions anymore and you're breaking through and doing what you want to do. That's what we're waiting for. So next week, it really talks about you understanding whatever breakthrough happened for you is so that you can become the star next week, so that you can move into that space of believing in yourself and knowing that, yes, those magical moments when you think you're not going to make it, you made it. It's for you to really take that into consideration, to know that you're always being assisted and guided with whatever decision you make, Aquarius. All right, and lastly, and I'm going to pull out some cards for the collective, but lastly, we have Pisces. Pisces. Oh, Pisces, you got the Fool into the Magician. New beginnings for you. So this is you jumping in blindly, dropping everything. Some of you guys may be leaving personal things behind and just taking off, right? Do not jump off a cliff, all right? However, what this talks to me about here is another full moon, where whatever this month is going to be very healing for you. You're going to be, and I say this month because the full moon is at the end of the month. So if it's coming at the beginning of the month for you, it really is advising you that change is coming. It's going to, it may take all month, but Pisces, change is coming. Here, this person has the 4 elements in their, I don't know, cape, wings, whatever you want to call it, right? And so this really talks about you emotionally tapping into yourself, bringing in that fire to start healing, right? Bringing in that earth energy to ground yourself here on earth, knowing that you're here for a reason, right? And then that air, that mindset, bringing in that mindset, but doing all that intuitively, right? Because this person is blindfolded themselves. So doing all of this change intuitively for yourself, knowing that that one step that you're taking is for you to take it. Do not doubt yourself in your steps, right? Drop all fears, right? Get into a meditation state and release all those fears on Pisces, because this new beginning is here for you. No mountains is stopping you. There's nothing stopping you. And with the Magician coming in next, is really like you have the magic. So here's the new beginning. Create what you want, right? You may have lost that job. Create what you want. You may have lost what we feel like lost that partner. Create what you want. Dig into yourself, right? That's for, oh, look at the card that I was talking about. That's for Pisces. But look, remember the card that I was saying about Aquarius? Y'all see that? So this is where Aquarius do not want to be. This is like, you know, the devil card. Aquarius is like, I'm not with the crowd. All right. So I'm going to pull out a love card for us, because we need some LOVE. LOVE for next week. And then I'm going to pull out a card. I never pulled out a card from that deck for you guys. Let me know how y'all feeling, how y'all doing. We will be here at 8 o'clock every day. Whoa. No, we not, Spirit. No. We will be here every Saturday at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock in the morning. Spirit wilding right now. About to make me work for y'all. Like, what? Work. I need to heal too. All right. 8 o'clock on Saturdays every morning. Don't forget to hit that like button. We are here giving messages. You heard that, Amy, right? Every day. Wildin'. All right. Ooh, purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to continuously demonstrate love. So, like I expressed before, love, excuse me, this is working with your heart chakra. The chamber, that's the green, it's the area of learning how to release, right? So releasing the idea of knowing that you're here, that you're not here for a reason, that you're here for a reason, and that you are the embodiment of love. Love is a frequency, right? And as you continue to open up to receive compassion, right? Because we don't generate compassion, we open up to receive it. So as you open up to receive compassion, you start demonstrating to other people. Right now, it's not about us talking about what we could do. Oh, look what I could do. Look what I could do. That's why y'all haven't been hearing me talk. I've been working. Work on yourself. Be that example. Determined. Be determined to be here. Be determined to figure out why you're here. You deserve to understand why you're here. Find out that purpose. And that purpose is that everyday choice. That purpose of waking up and brushing your teeth. That purpose, right? Everything that you do is a purpose. It's not one thing. Your mission changes. But allow yourself to enjoy that ride. Run it to the limit. All right. And then my friend got this card for me. These cards for me. It's from the Herbal Crafts Tarot. And so I never pulled out a card for you guys here. So let's just see what these herbs are telling us. Herbs. I study my cards. All right, let's see what it says. It's going to be taking me some time to bring them out. Bring them out. All right, here we go. So we got pomegranate. The 9 of air. So that's the 9 of swords. Let me know what feeling y'all get from this. Right, with the 9 of swords, what I'm getting here, first of all, that looks like a heart, right? It looks like, but you see how, like, think about ourselves. Think about all us being a pomegranate and all the little emotions that we got within ourselves, right? And how it would be nice for us to cut it in half and dig deep into ourselves and each part of our bodies, each part of our experiences here on earth, and allow ourselves to just be with it. Don't judge it. Don't put no labels on it. Just be. You see how this knife is just laying down, just being. The knife ain't out there cutting each piece and getting it to be smaller. No, it's not. Why did I just do all of that? It's not doing all of that. What the knife is doing here, it cut it in half. Let's see what's inside of us next week and allow ourselves to watch it for what it is. Do not judge it. Do not label it, like I said before, and allow yourself to do that with nature. Be one with nature at this current time. Even if it's raining, like take a walk, right? You have an umbrella, go outside 5 minutes, come back, you're a little wet, but it's okay. But guess what? You connected with yourself. Dig deep into yourself. Next week is to really dive deep into the little bits and pieces of yourself and nurture them and cater them. Because when we ask other people to love us, we want them to do that, right? We want them to love every little bit of us. Start with yourself. Peace. I love y'all. Don't forget that the calendar is down below. It's for free. Grab it. Okay? Peace. Now let me go check out these timestamps. I love y'all.